Alright guys, Papa Pepper here down on the homestead. It's working on my video series about different plants we're going to have growing down on the homestead. This young tree I'm leaning up against, it's actually an American persimmon tree. And the persimmons are a couple different varieties, some different cultivars, some different kinds. Some grow quite large, some of the Asian varieties. These ones are a little smaller. These are a wild tree here in the United States across the southeast, and they can grow up to about almost 70 feet tall, and it's going to take about 6 years to produce fruit. Each of these ripe fruit is going to have between 0 and 8 seeds in it, and those seeds, I mean, the deer love them, the wild hogs love them, other things love them, so they get planted all over the place. This one was one that was already growing on our land, so I figured, well, it takes 6 years for them to grow fruit. We'll leave this guy here. And I actually planted a couple other ones in the nearby area around it just to kind of grow them together. So one of the reasons we're growing these is they're a good food. I'd say that they taste a lot like an orange freezer pop when you eat them. They're astringent before they're ripe, and then when they're ripe, they're very soft. This one kind of burst open when it hit the ground. And until they get completely ripe, and sometimes the frost will help with that, they're going to be quite astringent, where if you taste it, it's horrible. You're not going to like it, and some people kind of get turned off on the persimmon that way. But once they're ripe, they're incredible. People use them for a variety of kind of dessert type things, or some like persimmon pudding or pie. The leaves actually can also be made into a tea, and people have been known to roast the seeds as a coffee substitute. So one thing we're looking to do, it gets a little hotter than we're used to coming from Wisconsin down here. So the more trees we can have for shade in different parts is good. Like I said, these guys, until they either frost or get fully ripe, they're not good to eat. They're very astringent. So one of the ways that we get them ripe to harvest is we just wait for them to fall to the ground. So if I've got a tree that's 50 feet tall, sure, some of them may burst upon impact. That's still good food for wildlife. It's still good food for our hogs or other things. But it's not exactly a tree that I'm going to be as concerned about pruning down to a harvestable level, because I'll just let the food come to me at that point, and potentially even try some different cheats or other things to catch them. So with the amount of direct heat we can get at different parts, direct sunlight, figure we'll let some of these grow up pretty big, let them be an upper canopy, help shade other plants, and move forward that way. And like I said, this is one of the ones that occurs naturally in this area. There's some already on our homestead that we're going to incorporate into the overall plan. And there's we got quite a few seedlings already to plant anyway. And of course, the kids can just grow them from seed. Persimmon's one that's not easy to propagate. I think grafting is the only thing you can really do, but you're not going to be able to air layer it. You're not going to be able to layer it. You're not going to be able to get a cutting to root. It doesn't work that way. So I'm planning on getting some different varieties of persimmon as well, and then trying to graft them in to the local one and see how that works. It's a lesson to be learned. Whether I can do it or not, it's a learning experience. And either way, we'll let it be what it's going to be. Either I'll figure out how to do it or I won't, but if it works, it'll be excellent for us, and if not, that's fine too. So there we go, guys, the American persimmon. Another nice plant will be growing on the homestead, and I got plenty more to come. So Papa out.